the decision to move Dion DeBose, he's been taking some snaps with the defensive line. Was that something you saw on film that you thought maybe he'd be a good fit, or how did that?
We're trying to find a way to get the best 11 football players on the field, and we had worked Christian Jordan over there last week at defensive end, and just didn't feel like that was going to work out. He's a little bit light, and with having the depth at linebacker that we have, we just felt like taking one of the linebackers and moving them to defensive line gave us a chance, or defensive end specifically, gave us a chance to get our 11 best football players on the field. So it's trial by fire. He might not be a fit over there either. We might need to move another one, or just go back to the plan we had with the defensive lineman we had. But hopefully he'll learn and be able to play over there. I think it'd be great because it would give us a chance to play Tavares and Josh Rowe and Jordan and West and those guys that are kind of in the mix at linebacker. Still give us 3 good linebackers and give us a better player out there on the field in Dion.
Talking slot backs, they're kind of a Swiss Army knife, I guess you could say, of what they do out there. Do you have any guys you feel like are the whole package, or do you have these guys can catch passes better, these guys can block better, and that type of thing?
I don't know. I don't know if there's a guy yet. The guy I've been most impressed with on doing everything has been Nico Hickey. He's a walk-on. I guess he was a walk-on, and he was rewarded by Coach Hatcher's staff with a partial scholarship, and certainly worthy of it. He's doing a good job. J.J. Wilcox has done some good things. He's had a lot of assignment busts, and as have all of them. J.B. does a nice job when the ball's in the air. He's a good receiver, and he's quick. So he's certainly, with the ball, I think, is an asset to us. I'd like to see Darion do a little bit more, because I think physically he's got a chance to help us. There's a few guys that have made plays. The Gilmore kid's made some blocks, and the Wiltshire kid's done some things with the ball. And, there's been some guys. And just, I don't know if there's 2 guys that I could pick out of the group that I'd say are the best 2 right now. Probably just, we're going to continue to work them and rotate them and play a lot of them, if none of them stand out. And they've all had enough missed assignments to make us worried about playing any of them, but we got to have 2 in the game.
Large group of running backs in the recruiting class, and no wide receivers, which is kind of new from the past couple of years. Have you thought about some of these guys in their roles, or is that just something you're not even going to think about until they get here?
The new
recruiting
prospects?
Class, yeah.
I don't think we can realistically count on any of them until we actually see them practice. These are the guys we got to coach. They're the ones that are here, and we've got to develop and get ready to play. And the new guys, I'm hopeful that some of them can play. Hopefully some of them will be physically ready to contribute. But it's hard to play as a freshman anywhere. When you turn on TV on Saturday afternoon, you just don't see many freshmen playing. There's a reason why. It's not easy to just walk in and learn in 29 practices and be ready to go, and the game is so different physically. It's so much faster and more violent. But we're going to need some of them, and I anticipate we'll have at least a couple. I know certainly on defense we're going to try to work some of them in there, the guys that are physically more prepared, and offensively there may be a lineman or 2 and in the depth, maybe even just to be a backup. But at the skill position, certainly. And we may have some guys at slot, or some of our new prospects that we signed as slots, quarterbacks or safeties, that may need to go play wide receiver, just depending on what we see out of those guys. So just like we've been making some changes and shuffling guys around on defense, moving Eubanks down to outside linebacker, and moving Whittle from end to end to tackle, and moving DuBose from Mike to end, just making those changes to help us. We may have to do the same kinds of things on offense. You got a guy like A.J. McCray who's playing quarterback, and if he's not better than the 3rd best quarterback coming out of spring practice, if he's not 1 or 2 coming out of spring, then he's probably going to go play slot or somewhere, because he's a good athlete. He's physical. So if Lucky's not the best quarterback we've got in spring, or the 2nd best, then he can go play corner or play receiver or slot because he's got some athletic ability. So we may see some movement on that side. We're going to try to get the best 11 on the field on offense, just like we do on defense, and that time will tell.